Hi, it's Carlene. I got a really special dessert to make, and it's called a chocolate date roll. This is a really old recipe. Isn't it cute? And I want to share with you how I make it. I went into the box of my grandmother's recipes and I pulled out a recipe that I thought I had to try to do some substitutions on. And this is what I did. I took sugar. So I started off with 3 cups of sugar. And I've got a couple ideas of sugar here that you can use. You could use either type of sugar substitute. These are 2 different ones. I'll let you read the labels. But you're not going to want to do this recipe, at least from my suggestion, if you use table sugar. You have to use a healthy sugar substitute. And you're going to take that sugar and you're going to add to it what our forefathers had a lot of, and that was milk. Yeah, milk. And you're going to put a cup of milk with some sugar. And let me see what else we're going to do. We're going to add some butter. A little bit of butter and a little bit of salt. And then you're going to take it to what's called the soft boil stage. You know, in this generation, we don't do a lot of that. But back in the day, they used a candy thermometer, or they had a method that told them it was soft boil, because I think you would take a little bit and drop it in cold water and it would form a soft ball. But irregardless, if you don't have one of these gauges, I recommend getting one. It's really, really cool. And I put this into the milk, the butter, and the sugar, and I set it for 325 degrees, which you just do over here. I'm not going to take time, but you do it over here. And I set it at 325, and all I did was stir it. And it took a while to get to the softball stage, I'm telling you. But this really helped me. And when you get it to the softball stage, what you do is you move it off the heat. On the recipe, it actually calls take it off the fire. That was the way they spoke. Take it off the heat and you let it cool. And then you're going to add in dates. And you know what? You add in the dates beforehand. I'll have the actual description and recipe below, but you put the dates in with the milk. And you just chop these dates up. So what's the deal about dates? Well, dates do not have any added sugar, so that's good, but they do have natural sugar. And on the inside, they got this little seed. You probably know this. But I chopped this sticky date up, and I used 12 of them. And I chopped it up in little pieces, and I boiled it with the milk. And you know, I can't say that I like dates. I can't say that I dislike dates. But I looked at the health benefits, and they do have some. So you're going to boil that all up, and then you're going to take it off the stove, and you're going to add in a cup and a half of some type of nut. I actually used pecans because I didn't have a cup and a half of walnuts. I would have preferred walnuts. And you mix it all together. Now here's the crazy part. Just bear with me. You take a white towel. You know, I know my grandmother had a drawer full of white towels. She didn't have those Pioneer Village Pioneer Lady towels. Anyway, you take a white towel and you get it really cold. I put it in the freezer. I took it out and I poured this whole mixture on the white towel. And I took my hands and I just kept kneading it. That's what the recipe said. And then I formed it into a ball. And I rolled it up and I put it in the refrigerator overnight. And this morning, when I got up, I had a lot that I took some Lily's chocolate and covered it. So again, I used some Lily's chocolate. Hope you can see that. And I melted it and put it on top. Yeah, so I've never done this before. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. But you know, if you want to try baking, if you want to try using simple ingredients like milk and butter, and you want to get a bag of dates and some nuts, you could try doing this. I think it's really festive. Bye-bye.